Hello, boys and girls. I hope that you are having a great day like always. I hope that you're working hard on your NTI packets. And I hope that you've just been having a good day today. I miss seeing you, and I wish that we were in school so that I could talk to you. My homeroom, I really miss our morning meeting where you tell me a good thing that's happened, a bad thing that happened, or pass. I really miss hearing your good news, your bad news, and everything that you have to say. So I can't wait until we can get back to that. Today, we're going to read a story called An Improbable Friend. And at the top of this page, it has a nice little chart to help us figure out what the theme is. It says a theme is not a summary or a message specific only to your story. So remember that I said that a theme is general. That means it can be applied to a lot of different things, and anybody can take the advice. And the theme is not just a summary of what happened in the story. If we were summarizing it, we'd be telling the plot, and we're not trying to do that. It says a theme is the moral lesson or message that the author wants you to learn, and it has a real world connection, which means everybody can apply it to themselves. So let's talk about this word improbable right here. Improbable means that it's not expected. So while we're reading, see why she calls him or her an improbable friend. It was the beginning of the school year, and Sasha was not happy that Jake was her reading partner. School had only been in session for 2 weeks, and Jake had already made fun of her glasses and her blue shoes. Sasha told Mrs. Nelson, her fourth grade teacher, about these rude interactions in hopes of switching reading partners. Unfortunately, Miss Nelson told Sasha that Jake would remain her partner for the realistic fiction unit. Still feeling upset about having to work with Jake, Sasha avoided eye contact with him when he walked into their room after recess. Until thud. When Sasha heard this loud noise, she looked up to see that all of Jake's books had fallen out of his backpack. Jake's face turned bright red as he bent down to pick up the mess. Sasha rushed over to him. Despite Jake's rude behavior to her during the first 2 weeks of school, Sasha helped Jake pick up his books and said, "No worries, Jake. Isn't it hard to have to lug all of these books around?" That afternoon, during their reading partnership, Jake thanked Sarah for her kind gesture. He even mentioned that the ideas she shared that day helped him to think of literary reflections. Sasha realized she was learning a lot from Jake, too. As the realistic fiction unit came to a close, Sasha and Jake both realized that they had learned a great deal from each other and had even found a new friend. So down here at the bottom, there are some questions that I want you to tell the answers to whoever you're watching this with. So I'll read the question, and then you can pause it and tell them, and then you can unpause it, and we'll talk about the answer. So number 1 says, what problem did Sasha face in the story? So think about that in your brains. What problem did she have? All right, so if we go back up and look at her problem was that Jake was doing what to her? It says Jake had made fun of her glasses and her shoes, and she didn't want to work with him or be his partner anymore because he was being mean to her and kind of being a little bit of a bully. So if you said that, give yourself a pat on the back. Number 2 said, how did Sasha solve this problem? So what does she do to solve this problem? She tries something at first that doesn't work, and then she does something else. So think about it. All right, so at first, she tries to go to her teacher and asks for a different partner. And her teacher said, well, at least for this unit, you're going to stay with your partner. And then she probably was thinking about switching her partner after that. When that doesn't work, she decides she's just going to, there's a phrase called kill them with kindness. And that means that she just decided to be nice to him anyway and help him anyway. So she helped him with his books, and she still was a good partner and a good friend to him. Number 3 says, what is the theme of this story? Think about the lesson that Sasha learned. And I think that Jake learned this lesson too. What do you think? I think if I were thinking about this, I think the theme is about friendship and kindness. So I think that they learned that even if you get off on the wrong foot with someone, you can still eventually turn it around and be friends. I also think if you are nice to people, you get more flies with honey, as they say. That's another expression that people say. So if you are nice to people, there's a better chance that they are going to be nice to you in return because it's kind of hard to keep being mean to someone that's being so nice to you. And the last question says, write about how you have noticed this theme in your own life. So tell a story to your mom or your dad or whoever you're watching with this where you were nice to somebody and or maybe a time when you changed your opinion about someone. Because there have been times when I haven't exactly liked the person at first, but then when I got to know them, I did like them and we ended up being friends. So think about a time in your life when that has happened. All right. So I hope, boys and girls, that you are reading every day. Please try to read a book on reading A to Z or just read a book in general. Make sure that you're reading. It's so fun. Miss Hay has definitely been reading. So make sure that you are reading too, okay? I miss you. I love you. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.